JJJinks!
Truck stop!
This is JJJinks and his brother. We're back for some more movie trivia. The movie that I will be asked questions about is
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Alright, so I try to follow your format of like easy, intermediate, and hard. But I didn't want to ask easy questions. I just didn't. We've both seen this movie so many times. We love this movie. I didn't want to ask dumb shit like, what city is the Kumite in? That's too easy, right?
So these are all hard.
You don't know? Shame on you.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, very good. Anyway, so I just kind of labeled them as intermediate, hard, and impossible. And I have one marked easy, which I'm going to save for last.
Very good.
So I'm just going to read. I'll let you know what kind of question is first. I think that's going to be interesting. I label this as an intermediate question. Who is the first fighter that you see in the movie?
I have to know the name.
Use your brain. You don't know that many fighter names in the first place.
Hold on.
Not the actor, the character. Who is
The first fighter you see in the
first
movie.
fighter that you
not,
see in the
not
movie.
the Kumite.
Not
okay.
the Kumite.
Opening
Opening scene.
Because I can see them all in my head, but I don't know the order necessarily. I'm gonna guess the big sumo Japanese guy.
Oh. It's Chong Li.
It is Chong Li.
It's
Okay,
Chong Li.
with the big ice blocks and hanging from the tree limb.
I label this one as intermediate. What is Frank Dukes' rank in the movie?
I think he's a colonel.
He's a captain. I also label this as intermediate. Shidoshi Tanaka had a son. What was his name?
Oh, fuck.
And I guess my definition of intermediate is you've probably seen it sort of recently.
Yeah, I watched it like 3 days ago.
Well,
What?
they're in for some hard ones, I think.
Was it
Early in the movie, when you see young Frank, he releases his son. You remember that
Yeah,
scene?
yeah. He
That's
literally
enough.
he releases him. Is it Shiro?
Shingo.
Shirk.
I'll give you like a half point.
I knew it was like the 2 syllables with a she. And, okay.
That's enough, Shingo. Go to your studies.
All right.
Shingo.
What is Chong Li's nationality? And I will tell you this, you learn it because you see the flag of the country. They don't say it. But it's made very clear.
South Korean.
Very good.
Yeah, because that's what I was seeing in my head was like I know what the South Korean flag looks like.
And his coach has it on his jacket.
Yeah.
And this is an impossible question. Where do we first meet Frank Dukes?
Well, I guess they were breaking into the Tanaka household.
That's not where you first meet him. I'll even tell you.
Oh, that was a flashback. Okay, I'm thinking chronologically. My bad. He's working out in a gym
Yeah, but I mean, you
at
gotta
an Air Force base.
what's the name of this place he's at?
Was it Edwards?
No. You only know this answer because for, I would say, I had to pause it, okay, in order to read the name of the place. It's when he's in the gym and he's doing like roundhouse kicks.
Yeah,
to
with
the
a little
speed bag.
Speed bag.
There's a sign that says the name of the gymnasium he's at. And there's about a half a second where it's not covered by his foot before the scene cuts away. It's Camp Peary. which I Googled the place. That is the farm. That's where the CIA trains their secret operatives.
Wow.
So, like, you know, way to pay attention to detail, guys, because he claims in real life
For-
to have been in the CIA. And
For
shit.
that one split second with the foot thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was gonna say that fits because that's
Frank
what he
Dukes
did.
claims that's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was a fun question. I did not expect you to get it at all because, like I said, I had to fucking pause. That's why that's an impossible question.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Hard. According to Shidoshi Tanaka, the specific style of martial arts has passed from father to son, father to son.
Father to son.
For how many years?
700?
For 2,000 years.
2,000.
You are not a Tanaka.
This is very impressive. Intermediate. What happened to Tanaka's first family?
In the war, I lost my first family. They live in Hiroshima.
They got blowed up. They were in Hiroshima.
Very good.
And there was something funny about the way he said that too. He was like, I lost my first family.
That's why I moved to America.
And then he said something like, they were in Hiroshima. But then he never goes on to say, like, you know, they got nuked. He just says they were in Hiroshima.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, that must be a dangerous place to live, I guess. I don't know.
It's just a shithole. Intermediate. Who are the operatives sent to retrieve Frank Dukes?
You mean like their names?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm terrible with names.
You know, pretty bad names.
Forrest Whitaker.
I mean, I'll give it to you. It's the actor, but that's not his character's name, obviously.
Agent Smith. And I don't know.
Helmer and Rollins.
Helmer and Rollins. Sounds like a law firm.
How many bouts do we see Frank Dukes fighting? Actually, we were talking about this earlier in the day.
Yeah. It was 9, right?
It was 9. That's right.
I would have probably guessed like 4.
I know, you don't remember all of them. You see him fight 9 bouts in the single elimination kumite, which for you fans of math out there, means that there were 512 competitors over a period of 3 days.
We did the math.
And we did the math.
It was like 7 fights an hour on average.
24 hours a day.
For 3 days.
For 3 days straight. Kumites were fucking... That's why I had to be in Kowloon City. Couldn't have that anywhere reputable.
Yeah.
It's fucking insanity.
The referee was on meth the whole time.
Oh, there's a good... This is that's a great segue. Impossible fucking question. What are the 3 words that the referee in purple silk says before each match of the kumite?
You know, when I was rewatching the movie, I remember thinking like, I wonder what he's actually saying, because I'll hear is like, and I'm like, I don't know what he's saying.
Here's
though.
where it's even more fun. I watched the movie with subtitles, and the subtitles just say grunts.
Grunts.
It doesn't. You know, I had to Google this specifically, and there apparently are words he actually says. They're Japanese words.
Oh my gosh.
It's good enough that you reenacted it. I'll give you half a point. It's Junbi Haji Hajime.
Okay, I can hear
And the
that.
last one I could hear.
Hajime.
Hajime.
Yeah.
The first 2 I can't hear at all. Junbi, I don't hear that. It's I don't know. I fucking love this movie.
So what do they mean? Like ready,
Um,
set, fight?
It's the loose translation. I don't remember what it was. It was like prepare, and then hand something, and then hand something else. Like literally Haji Hajime. They're Hajime.
Okay.
Hard question. What branch of the military is Frank Dukes in the movie?
It's that last part that's got me. No, I'm not
Sure.
sure.
We'll have a little discussion after the question.
Because I know the Air Force. It was like, oh, I'm gonna say the Air Force,
It's actually Army.
Army.
And I did confirm that, but I don't remember how. But I know I confirmed it in the movie. I remember like I was looking for it specifically because they wear like Army uniforms, so it looks like I'm not like an expert at that at all. But I wasn't sure, especially because Hollywood's notoriously bad about shit like that.
True.
But there's another part of the movie where it's like, okay, it is Army. But in real life, he claims he was the CIA operative and that he was in the Marines. And what was verified was that he was actually a member of the Marine Reserve for a couple of years. And there's actually no record of him ever fighting in a tournament of any kind. And there is no other fighter who's ever come forward and said, you know what, I was at that Kumite with Frank Dukes. And I remember when he won 56 bouts in a single tournament, which at the end of the movie he claims he did.
When it's just not corroborated at all.
There literally is no corroboration whatsoever by anyone reputable. So I guess he's doing these super underground kumites with like people who aren't world-class fighters. I don't fucking know. Or if they're just that into it. And they're all magical fighters, and part of the cover story is we can make this movie, but then I have to look like a joke. You know, because if they think it's real, they'll look for it, and they'll know that we can do the fucking death touch and shit. It's all a conspiracy.
Yeah, hiding it in plain sight.
That's the only other way. He also was claims to have been awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. The one he has in photographs that he's wearing it is an Army one. And again, he claims to be a Marine. I might have it the other way around, but what, you know what I mean? And he's like, oh, that was just a mistake. Just like a clerical error.
They ran out of the other ones, like, here, just take
it's
this
just,
one.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. That's weird. I think it's just a mistake, though. I just issued the wrong one. You know, they give Medal of Honors to everybody these days. You know, simple mix up.
Army, Navy.
Never felt like correcting them. You know, it's mine. This is the one I got. I like it. You know, it's good. I've labeled this as hard. Probably should have changed it to impossible. Now that I think about it, but if you think about it, you could probably get this right. Literally, just think on it. Name all of the fighters in the Kumite with speaking parts.
I couldn't. I don't think I could name them, but I could describe them.
Okay, three. I'll give you this. There's 4 of them. I'll tell you that. 3 of the 4 are like main character people. You'll know their names.
Well, I know Chong Li.
Okay.
Then there was like the Saudi Arabian guy that tried to pick up the girl, and they did the coin swap thing.
Go. Ha! You lose, American asshole.
Hussein. Okay. Well, I mean, do you count Frank Dukes and Ray Jackson?
Yes. I kind of softballed that out. I let you know there were 4 of them. Shouldn't have said that part. You might have been grasping.
Do you count the main character? Why not?
All right.
You count the ref.
Impossible. Young Frank is seen wearing an out-of-place jersey. What pro sports team appears on his jersey?
I was paying attention to what he was wearing. It was like his hat and his jersey were like 2 completely different like sports, I think.
It's worse than that.
I remember like he was wearing a jersey. I think it had like a 5 in the number. Let's say it was like the Giants or something like that.
Final answer.
I'm not gonna remember, but I do remember like trying to remember that, and then I didn't.
It was the Giants.
Oh.
He was wearing a San Francisco Giants hat, which tracks because they live in California, and a New York Giants jersey. What a confused little French.
That's right.
I thought of another impossible question because I told you I watched it with subtitles.
Oh.
Understanding that Frank's father works where? At a vineyard. What's the name of the vineyard?
I thought it would be enough to remember he worked in a vineyard.
Impossible, I said. And I watched this movie over and over, and I know exactly how the dialogue goes. I never knew the name of it. He's got this fucked up accent. I thought he was going, I work at the vineyard.
Franks tell me you came to America to grow vine.
Yes, that's right. I work at the Verney Vineyard.
Vineyard.
That's
Right?
exactly what I thought.
He says the
yeah.
Vene Vineyard.
It's like the vineyard.
The Vene Vineyard. V-E-N-E-T. I work at the Vene Vineyard.
Verney Vineyard.
Huh.
And I just thought he was saying vineyard fucking weird because of his weird accent.
Yeah.
Right? You hear it now.
He actually names it.
Yeah. Easy. I consider this easy, and it's funny. What happens when Mrs. Tanaka smiles?
Frank gets karate chopped to the face.
No. You're on the right track. It's the scene where Frank Dukes is blindfolded. He's
Yeah.
serving the tea,
Yeah.
and the guy goes to hit him in the face,
He
and
blocks it.
and then it pans to Mrs. Tanaka, and she smiles. What happens?
I don't know.
It goes. Doo-doo-doo-doo. It just shows her, and she goes.
Oh, she actually goes that. She
No,
does.
she doesn't make the sound. The music does in the
I
movie.
know.
All right, bonus question. What happens when Tanaka hands you a sword?
You get the 1,000 noise robe movement. And then he goes.
I do fucking love that movie. That's all the question.
I guess I didn't need to remember that. And during the Kumite, he stayed in the East Lake Hotel.
Okay. Bonus question, two-parter. There are two organizations that combined to host the Kumite.
The Kurokukai and the Black Dragon Society.
You're half right.
I know they're both the same.
They're the same, but there's another organization.
Oh, it was like the mob, like the local mafia.
No, they were the people who appointed Mr. Lin.
Oh.
I mean,
So
obviously
that
the mob was involved, but no, it's like a named sponsor of the event besides the Kurokukai, Black
Okay.
Dragon Society.
Was it like some kind of international sport?
I've been assigned by the IFAA to help you and the other North American fighters to find your way around.
It's the
Agency.
IFAA,
Yeah.
International Fighters Something Association.
Yeah, okay.
Athletics? I don't remember what it stood for.
So I have.
Another bonus. What room was Mr. Lin staying in?
Oh, God.
I actually don't remember, to be honest. But it's a
I
good
remember
question.
him announced, like, I'll be
They
your
say,
room, blah, blah, blah.
Mr. Lin in room wants to see you.
That's
But
right.
I can't remember the room number. I was also going to ask, like, how many volts did they have in their stun guns?
Those were some weird looking.
But I thought that
stun
was too
guns.
easy.
And then he like deflects it with a
With
garbage
the-
can lid.
Yes.
Put these on who wants to use the last warning, Frank.
It takes like he like beat the shit out of like
A whole bunch
5
of-
or 6 like Korean police
Yeah.
officers in front of the inspector guy. And then they're just like, well, better let him fight. And the inspector guy's just like, okay,
he just
bye.
left.
Because that would happen. Like, no, he'd be fucking shot by the Korean, whatever,
So when
inspector guy.
I got one question for you guys. When Frank Dukes and Ray Jackson fight each other in the video game, what color character does which one play?
Frank is white and Ray Jackson's red.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice. Oh, this is another impossible question. I definitely meant to write it down, but I didn't. In the movie, Frank Dukes does a lot of splits. How many extreme leg splits do we actually see in the movie?
I can think of 3 off the top of my head. Like when he was like tied up to a tree during training. That was I guess the lesson was like becoming completely aware of yourself and something like that.
Feeling no pain.
Yeah.
I went right through that shit.
And then there was like the hotel when he's splitting through the chairs, across the chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a 4th one. Okay, then there's one where that's how he takes out the sumo guy. He splits down and punches him in the balls.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one where he's like on top of a building on like a table, dangerously close to the edge. And he's like doing some kind of kata or something.
Final answer?
Yeah.
The answer is 7.
Oh god, there's 3 more.
3 more. So 1, it barely counts, but it counts. It's at the end, he's fighting Chong Li, and Chong Li is actually dragging him by 1 foot.
That's
And
right.
his other foot is, he's in a split.
And he just, his legs splay out.
And there's 2 more. I don't fucking know what they were. I googled that one. You did good on recollect. That was still the only ones I can remember, except for the Chong Li one, because that was good.
Yeah, very, very well done. That was very good.